Hello, and welcome to Filling Your Mind. Before we start anything, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Today we have a very lovely guest, Maria Diaz, who is here to debate three things. Who is the best Spider-Man? What is the best Spider-Man movie? And which is better, Marvel or DC? Here are the rules. We will get 2 minutes to each defend our picks with no interruptions, making as many points as possible, and proving why the other is worse, or not as good, but simply worse. Then, we will have 4 minutes to actually debate the topics using our points from the 2 minutes we had. Warning, there are spoilers for every Spider-Man movie in existence, so if you haven't seen them by now, shame on you. Let's get on with the video.
My name is Phillip. Yeah.
Awesome.
So good.
You want to do the introduction? Oh, you should be me. Be me, okay?
What?
Ready?
Wait, no, help. What do I'll say for the introduction?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Filling Your Mind. Please make sure that you like and subscribe.
That is a lot for me to memorize, Phillip.
I know, but you're an actress. You can do it, right?
I'm scared. Hi, what's up, guys? My name is Phillip.
My voice is not that high. It's debate season, if you
Debate
don't already know.
season.
Yeah, Maria is like a big Spider-Man fan.
I love Spider-Man. Can I show him my lanyard?
Oh, please. Go ahead.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Exactly. It looks awesome.
Ooh.
That's Maria, since you're such a big Spider-Man fan. Let me ask you right now. Who is your favorite Spider-Man?
Okay. They're all good in different ways. Let's start there. They're all good for their own reasons. They're all special to me in every single way.
But one of them's better than the other. So who is it?
Don't put me on the spot. My personal opinion, I love Tobey Maguire. I do. I love him. But when it comes to like the Spider-Man antics, he just seemed too old to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. It was a little funk. I love him though. I love him. I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Because all of them were good, and I don't like any of them like more than others. There's just one of them is just the most believable.
Okay.
To me,
Okay.
the most believable. And I would say Tom Holland is the most believable Spider-Man to me because he's looked. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done. But I am an Andrew Garfield.
Yeah!
I am an Andrew Garfield.
I'll respect that
I
day.
think he has the best balance of both.
Spider-Man's supposed to be like a nerdy dude, right?
Nerdy dude, yeah.
He's picked on.
Yeah.
And then
bullied.
for his first Spider-Man film, like, sure he was, but he didn't look like the person that would be picked on.
No, he didn't. But Tobey Maguire did.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would have bullied Tobey
Andrew
Maguire.
was a skater boy.
He was. But I think I like that more because, like, Spider-Man's, or how they portray Spider-Man, he's not necessarily nerdy. He's more like, he's funny.
And he's
goofy.
cool.
And he's cooler.
So my thing with Andrew is that I feel like with the right material, his Spider-Man could have been, like...
the ultimate.
Right? So, like, he's an amazing actor that was given the wrong material. Like, same with Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman. But with Tobey, like, his movies were amazing. It's not only that Spider-Man 2, for example, is a good superhero film, but it's also just an amazing movie. He was just given, like, the best material on what it was.
I agree. His material... So, with Andrew Garfield, I feel like what really did it for me is just, like, you know, like, the love arc that Andrew Garfield had. Like, you felt it.
Yeah.
You felt it. Like, you, like, obviously, I'm really into romance and stuff like that. So, like, that being an element of the Andrew Garfield movies as well really did it for me. Because, as we know, I shouldn't spoil it, right?
No, yes, you should.
Okay, it just doesn't work out in the end.
Out for 8 years.
Yeah.
Nearly 9.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, what if people haven't seen it?
We haven't even started the debate.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might have to defend Tom. Just because, like,
Tom is cool, though.
Yeah.
Tom is cool, and I love him.
Amazing.
I love him. Amazing actor, too.
All three of them are.
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing. We love Tom Holland.
Because, like, I've heard a lot about Tobey. Without Spider-Man 2002 and X-Men from 2000, there wouldn't be superhero movies like this today. So, like, I mean, with what they had back then, amazing.
Amazing. That's another... I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that quality because that was like... when was the first Spider-Man movie made? Like 2002?
Yeah.
2002.
So the first Tobey movie, 2002. Second, 2004. Third, 2007.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about, like, everything... Back then, obviously, everything has progressed now. But I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh, it was a good movie. And they didn't even have to, like... put in all the cool stuff. Wait, you go first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want you to go first because I need to see what I'm going against.
Okay, I'll show you. So here's why Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. He had the pressure of already having two predecessors who were amazing in their own right. Although Tom Holland's Spider-Man is a response to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and same with Andrew Garfield in response to Tobey's Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was basically just a rehash of what they were trying to do again, but worse, right? So, like, the story, it's pretty much just the same thing. It's pretty much just them trying to show Peter Parker and telling them, like, oh, this is the story you'd never seen. But it is a story that you have seen. Whereas Tom's Spider-Man, he already had the freedom of not having to do another origin story, and he came into Captain America Civil War and showing off that, oh, he's already like an amazing Peter Parker. And then he had his own film with Spider-Man Homecoming, dealing with the fact that he has to make sure that he can balance the life of being Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And you know what? It might be just as good as how Tobey Maguire did it in Spider-Man 2. And then he had more responsibilities to come with after Tony Stark's death, right? Giving off Mysterio's glass, or the glasses to Mysterio was, I mean, of course it's a terrible choice, but like, he always has to learn from his consequences. Like, whenever he chose to be Spider-Man and he learned, or he denied the fact that he was being Spider-Man to Tony Stark, saying that he was at band practice. No, like, he genuinely tried to save people, and he realized that he failed. So he's a Spider-Man that has failed a lot. He tried to help the villains in No Way Home, and then the villains, and that ended up in losing his Aunt May. So he's dealt with a lot of loss because of what he's been trying to do. And that's why Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, because of the fact that he has had the best character arc than the last two. And he's also had the best stories. So
now that I heard everything and why you defended him, I want to know why you don't choose him to be your favorite, right?
No.
Why?
Mostly because I feel like sometimes whenever he makes decisions, it can be kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like the
glasses.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I just thought, like, I mean, that's your mentor, and that was this dead gift that he gave to you. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that you do is give it away. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like, there are a lot of good things about Tom, although I feel like Tobey Spider-Man just has so many better qualities.
So your favorite actually is Tobey?
Yeah, okay. My favorite is Tobey, and then it goes Tom, and then Andrew.
Why is it last?
Only if Andrew had better movies.
Okay,
that's
I agree. Yeah. I feel like that's the only thing. Okay, I'll start my debate then.
Okay,
And okay, I'm ready.
2 minutes starts.
Wait! Okay.
Right now.
Okay. So I heard that you said that your only thing about Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man, the only thing that's just not doing it for you is the movies themselves. Mm-hmm. For me, it's like, okay, we take that aside because you mentioned it before. Great actor. He had pretty great content. It's just like the movies itself, they weren't the best, I will admit. They weren't the ones that were hinging me on my seat, but I feel like himself, Andrew Garfield himself, really pulled Spider-Man together for me. He just did so good. As a character, as an actor, I feel like he just made it believable to me. Or like a good balance of Tobey Maguire and a good balance of Tom Holland. He's like the middleman. So I guess you can say I am picking him because he is the middleman, but even then it's like a good medium. Another thing, another thing is the trauma that but his Spider-Man specifically endured in his movies, like losing the love of his life, and then it coming back together in the most recent movie, where they all came into the same universe, and him kind of having to compare himself to all the other Spider-Mans really did it for me. Like, am I not good enough? Do I suck? Like, him doing that kind of brought like realism into how people actually thought about him when it came to Spider-Man, but he was just trying to do his best to portray what he was supposed to with the content he was given. But obviously, I'm not saying that he's necessarily like, because they're even for me. I'm going to be honest, they're equal to me. But like Andrew Garfield, he deserves the hype that he's been getting recently because he didn't get it back then. Especially now that people are seeing him like as an actual actor. He does pretty good. Also, I like his Spider-Man a lot. He's cute. That's it. That's all I have. I have 4 seconds. I don't know what else. I kind of just stated everything I wanted to do, but like...
Oh. I actually do agree. Like, he got a lot of criticisms back then. He got a lot of
criticism, and it felt like he had a lot of stuff on his... Like, he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders already with Tobey, and they're like, oh, look at this look at this guy trying to be Spider-Man, and he took it really well.
Because there's nothing you could have controlled whenever it was like that, you know.
Not all the movies have had the same director, or am I crazy?
No. Okay. So Sam Raimi did the trilogy.
Okay.
Mark Webb did the duology.
Okay.
And then, how could I forget his name? Third guy did the
third dude.
But it was like there's only been one director for like each pretty much. And then there are the Russo brothers for Avengers Endgame and Captain America Civil War. So now we will get 4 minutes of like genuine debating. Yeah, it's more about like who can bring up the better points. And,
I'm
like,
not good at that.
I
didn't study. I didn't do my research.
You have to.
I had to have done my research. I didn't.
Your research was watching the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but that's not enough for me. I had to have like dove deep into like everything. Like, oh, which one's more relatable to the comics? And...
3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right. So you think that Andrew Garfield, of course, like he lost the love of his life, whereas Tom, he's lost everyone else. He's lost his mentor. He's lost Aunt May. And he's lost his respect at school. And guess what?
What?
He lost his friends at the end of the film.
You're right.
Right?
You were so right.
So he's endured a lot more than Andrew has.
That's true, but also, you know, you have to think about the different universes and how it's going to affect them when they get back. Did you even think about what's going to happen after the last movie? How their lives are going to change when they go back to their universe? It's not going to go back the same. Or isn't there a theory about how like things are going to change for them? For all of them. Okay, but what about Andrew Garfield being a good Spider-Man and being the best Spider-Man? Okay, you know what? You might be a hater, but I think he embodies the teenage angst really well, actually.
But he wasn't a teenager.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but in No Way Home, he was already an adult who's just like dumpster diving.
That's true, because of all that criticism and struggle.
But then even in the first movie, he was already about to graduate anyway.
That's true.
Or second movie, he graduated.
Okay.
Right? But like first movie, he was getting picked on whenever he doesn't even look like a boy that usually gets picked on. Like,
You're not going to bring up that point, are you? You're really going to bring up that he's like an attractive nerd person?
Yeah, he's an attractive nerd person.
Nerds can be attractive.
Like, yeah, but he was getting picked on, right?
Yeah.
And then he was being a bully to Flash. Spider-Man isn't a bully.
Gosh,
Peter Parker isn't a bully.
Hey.
Do you remember the basketball scene? Huh? you remember the basketball scene? You think that embodies Peter Parker and who he really is?
I literally hate you.
You remember the fact that he literally became Spider-Man to get revenge on Uncle Ben's murder?
Yeah. Spider-Man, wouldn't you want revenge if somebody killed your uncle that you've been living with and that raised you?
But this is Peter Parker, and then he was like tracking down that robber.
That doesn't count because even Tom Holland tried getting revenge for Aunt May's death at the most current movie. Okay. And guess who stopped him? Not
Toby.
Andrew, but it was Toby.
Right?
Yeah, like not Andrew, but it was
right?
Toby. But revenge is just a thing that every Spider-Man has endured. Period.
Yeah,
so that's
same
not
with
part.
Toby.
That's
Same
not
with
part
Toby.
of the. That's debunked.
Okay.
All of them had revenge in their blood.
Okay.
It's how they overcome the revenge.
What about in the beginning of the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Okay.
Do you remember the Rhino guy?
Yeah.
Right, the Russian guy.
What about him?
So whenever Peter was stopping him,
okay,
he literally just like started making jokes and all these quips. Whenever the truck was literally hitting a bunch of other cars and like ruining the city.
Hey, he was trying to keep a positive environment for everyone around him. Okay?
But everyone else was dying. Everyone else was getting crushed.
Okay, what was Tom Holland doing? He made the wish for his own benefits.
How so?
How so? I don't know.
What wish?
His wish about how he doesn't want to be Spider-Man anymore.
What do you mean he doesn't want to be Spider-Man anymore? He's always wanted to be Spider-Man.
What is it?
The wish with the Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He was saying that he wants his name wiped out.
Yeah.
Right? And then he realized that everyone else found out that he was Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
And then in the end, what decision did he make? He
made a very selfless decision. In
order
to save the world, he realized that everyone had to forget him, and that is a terrible thing to happen to Peter Parker. Right?
Okay, fine, whatever. You have a point on that. 30 seconds. Okay, but did he really have to make that decision for everything to go back to normal?
Yes.
Why?
Well, that was the only option at the time, and he was under pressure because of the fact that things were starting to pop up in the sky. And then he realized that, yeah. And then he realized that, look, he's going to have to start talking to Doctor Strange and then make sure that he's going to wipe out everything that he tried to do before. And then he realized that, you know what,
10 seconds to finish
I made a mistake there, and he always fixes mistakes. Did Andrew always fix his mistakes? No. Did he bring Gwen Stacy back? No.
No, but he lived.
I'm kidding, no. He can't do that.
Stop. I was like, but he moved on. He moved past that. That was fun.
You
should do these more often.
Oh,
I feel like I could get heated.
This could be very... What? What did you just say?
Do like a KSI versus debate.
I will one day.
I'll bring Frankie.
So, we are going to be moving on to another Spider-Man topic.
Okay.
This one can be very heated as well. Mm-hmm. What is the best Spider-Man movie to you, Maria? So, my favorite is tied, right? It's either Spider-Man 2, No Way Home, or Into the Spider-Verse.
I've seen all of them. Obviously, the older ones I haven't rewatched. The most recent ones in my head are all the Tom Holland ones and then Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Those are the most recent ones off the top of my head. Actually, I'm a liar. I did rewatch the first Spider-Man movie, like, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. First Spider-Man movie is
a
masterpiece.
It is. Also, since, like, you know, or I guess for my family, since, like, I grew up watching it with, like, my dad. Oh. You know? So it's like a special place in my heart.
It's also his, like, 20th anniversary this year.
Are you serious? Oh, yeah, 2000.
Oh, wait, no, last year. I keep on getting that mixed up. It's okay. Disney's 100th anniversary.
Disney? What do you mean?
Disney? Walt Disney Studios Company.
100?
Yeah, it started back in 1923 with whenever Laugh-O-Grams got bankrupt. So then Walt and his brother Roy decided to start Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio, where they were making animated cartoons.
100 years ago?
Yeah, 100 years ago. And then they started making shorts with like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
And then he lost the rights to Oswald, so he created Mickey with Steamboat Willie. And then 1937. Yeah. Steamboat Willie, and then 1937 was whenever Snow White was created, and that was the first feature-length film of an animated.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew.
So
Snow White's not my favorite movie ever, though. It's kind of boring. It's bland.
It's kind of weird too.
It's a little weird. It's a little.
She's
weird
14,
concept.
right?
She's 14. Yeah. She's a child.
Princess like 31.
Yeah.
Anyways. Disney another day.
Disney another day for sure.
Snow White versus Frozen.
Have you seen the rap battle between Snow White?
Oh wait, yeah, I've seen those. It
was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Ooh, like ooh. As a kid, I was like, burn. She got you. But yeah.
So is yours No Way Home? Is your favorite movie?
I think it is No Way Home.
Okay, going first.
Going first for No Way Home.
Are you sure? You're going first?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Okay, good.
Okay, so with No Way Home, as we all know, it's not a surprise now. All of the Spider-Mans appear in the movie. Correct. Spider-Man. When is there going to be Spider-Women? No, I'm kidding. But Spider-Man, yeah, all the Spider-Men show up in the movie, which I think was the biggest plot ever. Even though everyone knew it was coming, we all expected it, since they mentioned multiple universes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on for forever. But anyways, I felt like that really made the movie something everyone could relate to, because you know how everyone argues about what each Spider-Man did, each movie did, whatever. But this movie brought everything together, including all the old Spider-Mans and even the old villains that they all battled, right? Or like the most prominent ones, because not all of them showed up. Like, you know, like the Rhino guy, he wasn't in the movie, but no one cares. Yeah, no one cares. He wasn't in that movie, but even then, it's like all the important ones, like the Lizard, Dr. Octavius, which was the one I was like, honestly, no joke, loved. He was my favorite. He was my favorite villain. But it's only because, you know. Yeah. But anyways, as I was saying, I think the movie had really good chemistry between characters. I really liked Spider-Man banter when they were talking to each other, just chilling, talking about how their lives are so different. I really enjoyed that. I also liked, not necessarily comparing the Spider-Mans, but also comparing, or realizing that each and every single one of them had the same thing in common, like the tragedy, the upbringing, and then the slow fall and the rise. And now at the very end of this movie, Tom has his own moment of, like, despair and isolation, like the rest of them did. So I think that was really cool about No Way Home. Also, No Way Home takes place right after, you know, the loss of all his friends. Tom's friends. So him having to go finish that grief and then bringing it to a new storyline, and then having to take that grief and then continue on to the very end, to this one where he ends up alone.
Okay.
Either way.
And we are getting a Spider-Woman film. Yeah. 28. It's either at the end of this year or 2024. But
do we know?
Oh, it's I forgot her name. It's I think it's the 50 Shades of Grey girl. What's her name?
Are you sure?
Something Johnson? Dakota Johnson? No,
it is Dakota Johnson.
Really? Anyway.
Go.
So not only is Into the Spider-Verse one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time, but it is one of the greatest films of all time. Mm-hmm. Now, think about this. the only reason that Spider-Man No Way Home works is because you already know all of the characters. You already like know about Andrew Garfield and Tobey. And guess what? Sorry, it's a fan service film. Like, if you weren't fans of Spider-Man, you probably wouldn't like that movie as much as you do, right? Whereas Into the Spider-Verse, you are introduced to every single character that is in there, right? You don't know what this version of Miles is like. You don't know what this version of Peter B. Parker is like. Now, not only has it done a significant impact on Spider-Man films, but it's had a significant impact on animation and amazing animation throughout films overall. Now, the amazing thing about this film is that you have a crossover of Spider-Man. It was never done before in 2018, right? And then not only is it an amazing story, but Miles goes through an arc. Everyone goes through an arc in that movie. It has a message. And it has a good score. Now, the score for No Way Home is like mediocre, right? Like, it's just basically a rehash of everything else, and they could have done so much better.
Okay.
And then even the fact that like they have so many Easter eggs and so much effort was put into that film. And you know what No Way Home does not have?
What?
Stan Lee, right? So we had Stan
Don't bring
Lee.
that up.
we had this is the Spider-Man movie that made Miles a bigger deal, right? No one cared about Miles Morales before this movie. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we got an amazing game. Probably my favorite Spider-Man game so far. And then also, Miles is now like a big deal, and like Across the Spider-Verse, which is about to come out, it's going to get a lot of people watching.
Oh, that was right. Right on the dot, Phillip. That was good.
All right, time to debate.
Debate each other? Okay.
Yep.
And go. Okay. I see the point that you made about how them being introduced and all that blah, 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 whatever. But like I said, or like you said before, no one really cared about Miles until it was brought up into the big screen. Mm-hmm. So let's just say it was much needed. The press was much needed for Miles. It was a great movie. Great animation, great everything. Everything you said was correct, but I don't know. You called my movie fan service, which it was. It was fan service heavily. But it was still a good movie. I feel like you're just making it seem like, all these people didn't put in the time and effort to this movie either.
Well, guess what? Into the Spider-Verse had a lot more to prove. It had a bigger task than No Way Home did.
What was it?
Well, it was the fact that you have to make Miles a fan favorite character. You have to introduce a ton of characters that aren't really that well known. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't know about these other versions of Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And then make them likable. Make all of the characters work and make it not feel like there's too much going on in one movie.
It did feel like there was too much going on in one movie.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me, how so?
It did. It was pretty chaotic.
How so?
Pretty. I feel like the movie could have been...
It's a good chaotic.
It was a good chaotic. It was chaotic.
It's a good
for
story.
Sure, though.
It's a good story.
It was a good story. I was a little lost. A little bit lost. Okay, towards the end. I was confused. I was scared. Okay?
Well, here, how about this? How about you tell me, why the heck was Sandman there as a villain in the final act? Oh, yeah?
Let's not talk about that.
Why was Sandman... Okay, tell me about this. Why was Lizard there? Why did he care?
He's a classic villain.
No.
The Sandman
that's not what I'm asking.
Sandman, he was a very sweet guy.
I'm asking about their motivations. Their
motivation was confusion, scaredness. They were literally being fueled by fear because they didn't know what was going on and what they were doing.
Well, how about the fact that Sandman at the beginning, he was just saying, "I just want to go back to my daughter,"
and then the next minute, to his daughter.
But then the next minute, he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm frustrated now. I'm angry, so now I'm gonna start killing you."
Man has anger issues. He's going to therapy. Leave him alone.
But we don't see that. So like, and then next thing.
Okay.
Why? Okay, Lizard is there for no reason. Doc Ock. Okay, so this is after, right after he was supposed to die, or before he was supposed to die, right?
Correct.
And he was put into that universe.
Yeah, and he became confused. All of them. Okay, so your point you're trying to make is why did they behave the way that they did?
Yeah.
They behaved the way that they did because they all came into the universe confused and obviously not understanding what's going on. Mm-hmm. And as you saw, Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, was the one that they thought was their Spider-Man for each of them. They were confused, they were betrayed, they were hurt. And if you remember in the previous movies, with the villains, their previous and their own Spider-Mans made connections with them through their own ways. So when it came in, they came to a new universe, new Spider-Man, whatever. They had no idea what was going on, and they were obviously frustrated. They were obviously, hey, you were about to kill me, and then I blooped into here, so how about I kill you before you kill me? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they acted out in revenge, and they acted out in spite, they acted out in anger. But obviously, as you saw with Dr. Octavius, he had a change of heart.
Oh yeah? Tell me about this. Why was Venom put in that universe? Why was Venom there? What was the point of bringing Venom, putting him in the credit scene, in the end credit scene of his second movie, putting him into Tom's universe, just to take him out in the next film? And make him, in the end credit, the post credit? What was the point of Venom being there?
It's called being intriguing. They're leaving a little bit behind, so you keep wondering why was Venom there. That's exactly what you're doing right now. You were wondering why he was there.
But there was no point of him being there. Therefore, it's just fan service.
Maybe we just don't know yet.
It's fan service.
We don't know yet.
No, but it's fan service for the sake of being fan service. Right?
It could be. Okay, it could be. But
so what now? They're gonna separate Venom and Eddie Brock whenever they already done that, and whenever the last 2 arcs of Venom involved them trying to get back together. Now they're gonna split them apart again for the 3rd time.
Apparently, but we won't find out until we see that next movie.
Oh yeah. Tell me why Andrew just sucks. How about that?
Okay. Your mom. How about that? You're silly.
That was a hard debate.
It was. It's because, I don't know.
It's been a while since I've seen Into the Spider-Verse as well.
I know. I was trying to think. You brought up really good points. For me, the main thing I liked about it was the animation. I will say it was confusing, though.
That's the reason in our, debate portion, I didn't bring up things about Into the Spider-Verse. There you go. I was just attacking No Way Home repetitively.
I was like, why are you attacking my movie? Let's talk about your movie. Let's talk about how it was confusing as hell. It was so crazy. It was a good movie. But I'm going to be honest with you, I do not remember much about Spider-Verse.
Oh.
I just remember the pretty colors.
So, Marvel versus DC.
This is not...
Now, Maria is I
am a Marvel fan.
I don't know what the heck is wrong with her.
DC movies have not been carrying their weight recently.
Oh, I have so much to tell you. I think you've been living under a rock.
Maybe I have. Like I said, I'm not a DC fan. I never have been, but because, my family and my friends, they've been mainly Marvel. So maybe you can teach me a lot, actually.
Okay. And we're talking specifically about their movies. We're not talking about...
DC and Marvel.
We're not talking about comics, because I haven't read a single Marvel comic.
You haven't?
No.
Really?
No. I have the Spider-Verse one up there. I just didn't read it.
It's just for the looks?
Yeah, it's for the looks.
Oh, okay. I like it.
I also think the cinematic universes, I'm not talking about just the DCEU. I'm talking about the Dark Knight in there, too. And the old Superman movies.
So the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
That is my favorite DC movie.
So that will, attack the heck out of your Marvel movies.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, ratios all of them.
Yeah, ratioed.
Yeah, because Dark Knight is really good. Are you ready?
Oh, you know what? I want to put a little twist on there?
What's the twist?
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
You got 1 minute to
Let's make it interesting. So you better bust out your points.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready?
And go.
So DC movies have gotten a lot of controversy over the past, saying they're copying Marvel or whatnot. But here's the thing that DC movies are doing that Marvel isn't. They're actually being more creative, and they're using their source material for more unique things. Whereas Marvel movies, we pretty much have gotten the same formula for almost every single movie. There's a hero and whatnot, and then the hero never loses anything. Most of the time, we never lose the heroes. It never has stakes. Marvel movies are usually there without stakes. Right? Endgame, we had a gigantic battle and no one came out with injuries. But anyway, DC has the Dark Knight franchise and the Suicide Squad, and we had the amazing movie Joker. We had the amazing movie Batman. We can have R-rated movies. Whereas Marvel and their Marvel Studios, they have never really done an R-rated movie. I mean, what? You guys just had She-Hulk? And you had what else? Thor: Love and Thunder. You had Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Literally, we just had Black Adam.
Black Adam was so good.
Yeah. Oh.
That was really good for a minute.
Yeah.
That felt longer than a minute. You did really well keeping your conversation.
Thank you.
Let me think before I get started.
Okay.
Of the points that you made. Okay, I'm ready.
Ready? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay, I want to bring up the point about how you said that our Marvel heroes have not had, or have had only happy endings. Or with the R-rated movie thing, I was like, we don't need an R rating to have a good movie. We don't need R-rated for it to be, to have content and for it to be, good. I don't know what point you're trying to make with R-rated movies. But anyways, with that being said, like I said, with the Spider-Man one, we were debating Spider-Man most of the time. I know we probably shouldn't bring it up again, but I am. With the most recent movie, with No Way Home, he's left with just tragedy. He didn't win. He didn't do anything. If anything, he lost everything. I'm scared. But yeah. But also with DC has not brought any good content recently, has it? I don't know. Morbius, I think it's really good, so. I mean, yeah, okay, we have The Dark Knight, but have you seen Morbius? Make it make sense. You know what would have made DC better? Morbius.
That is your debate.
I know it sucks. I couldn't think of anything. You're too good with words.
No,
like I said,
no, I'm not.
I should have been prepared because I didn't know if not that you were gonna bust out all this stuff.
You know my biggest issue with like
What's your biggest
podcasting
issue?
is my articulation skills.
You do have really good articulation.
No, I have terrible articulation skills.
Better
like,
than mine.
No, I stutter all the time.
Me too.
And like my vocabulary sucks. Right? So like sometimes I can't come up with the more fancier words.
Guys, I promise, I'm not prepared at all. I had no points or anything. Like literally, this is on the spot
Yep,
for me.
this is on the spot.
If you would have told me, Maria, be prepared for this Saturday for you to be debating this, and this, I would have won. I would have won. This is me being under pressure, and I'm scared.
Well, you're prepared for the conspiracy theories.
Oh, conspiracy theories, I will be. I'll bring out my best one.
Because I definitely want that. Your debate sucked, Maria.
It did.
It literally sucked. You're bringing out Morbius of all things. DC has had good content.
Hey, Morbius is good.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4-hour amazing epic film. Have you even heard of that?
No.
It's one of the best films.
That's literally the point. I haven't even heard of it. Have you?
Well,
have you heard of it? I haven't.
Well, I'm not saying that just because it can be R-rated it means that it is a good movie. That's not what I'm saying at all. We've had terrible R-rated movies.
Yeah, always.
Right? No, but it's the fact that we have the opportunity to do more with our ratings. So Joker, for example, you guys can't have your own version of Joker.
No.
The Batman could have been R-rated, and you know what? People would have been fine with that. So DC, it's like people say, "Oh, you guys are just doing edgier content. You guys are just trying to copy Marvel and build
Deadpool made jokes. It's dark."
Right?
Where's the comedy?
So
where's the good stuff?
Well, tell me about this. Marvel, tell me about the last, like, truly unique film that you have not seen them try to do before, right? Like, for example, Doctor Strange is basically just like Iron Man 1.
I didn't like Doctor Strange that much, I'm going to be honest with you.
Thor Love and Thunder was just trying to be Ragnarok. Thor Love and Thunder sucked.
It was not sucked. I did love Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah. Amazing film.
It was really good.
But
that was original. I thought that was original.
Oh, yeah? How about this? We've had The Suicide Squad, which was an R-rated film.
Yeah, like 1, 2, and 3.
No. But The Suicide Squad was actually using a better, like, team-building movie. No, it wasn't.
No.
Actually,
what do you mean team building? We have plenty of team building.
Yeah,
the Avengers. What are you talking about? Suicide Squad is like a depressed version of the Avengers. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Tell me about your Phase 4. Tell me about your Phase 4, Maria. Are you aware of Phase 4? Right? You guys started out with WandaVision. You've had The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Loki, which was a good show.
Loki was a good show.
But you had the terrible What If. You had
What do you mean? What If literally helped us with What If is literally What If.
But it could have done so much better. Like the writing was terrible.
The
animation was like mid.
The animation was mid. Everything was mid. But it was not even supposed to be like necessarily like. I don't want to say it wasn't supposed to be something you enjoy. You're supposed to enjoy it, but wasn't supposed to have anything like a budget or anything put behind it. It's just what ifs. If it did have a budget or whatever.
Oh, it does have a higher budget.
Really?
Yeah, you're incorrect, Maria.
No!
but let me tell you this.
What?
How about the fact that the Marvel movies, they had so much content worth of 12 years, and then for What If they decided to do something like What If Thor?
But that's just What If, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
that's
like
literally just
but they had so many better opportunities.
What TV shows do you have? What's his TV
Peacemaker.
I never heard
Peacemaker.
of it. Never heard
The
of
Flash.
The Flash. Okay, maybe.
Arrow.
No one watched Arrow.
Oh, everyone watched Arrow. You are incorrect.
No one watched
You are incorrect.
The Flash I get. That was the biggest thing for forever.
We had the amazing Supergirl, and then Superman and Lois, and then No, I'm not talking about Batwoman.
No, talk about Batwoman.
No, I'm
talk
okay.
about Batwoman.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Talk about Batwoman.
And then guess what? The Arrowverse also did amazing crossovers, which are way better than whatever TV shows you guys have.
What
right?
Are you talking
You had
about?
She-Hulk.
Okay, but that's like you saying that. Oh, how many seconds do I have? Okay.
Batwoman's better than She-Hulk.
We had. Whoa. Okay, first of all, She-Hulk, out of the question. But WandaVision, that was genius.
Okay.
All the conspiracies and all the Easter eggs within WandaVision itself, and all the psychological aspects to it.
Well, tell me about the last 3 episodes. Why were they?
I haven't seen the last 3 episodes.
What?
I'm such a liar.
So you haven't even seen all of WandaVision?
No. But I don't have to know that's good content.
Oh yeah. Mhm. How about you watch The Batman starring Robert Pattinson? Robbie Patty is my baddie.
You did not just say that to me.
AKA
Daddy Patty.
So of course Maria's gonna come back. This time extremely prepared.
Yeah, I wasn't told what I was doing. I was just told to show up and be here, and I said, yes, sir.
I told her, like, you're contractually obligated to show up since you signed this document.
Yeah, it was really cool. Y'all should have seen it.
Yeah.
It was really official.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So, yeah, I mean, I hope that you enjoyed your...
Oh, this is so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
I always love coming on here. It's so fun.
Really?
Yeah.
So this would be your third time.
My third. Oh yeah, including the finale.
Uh-huh.
That my third.
Yeah.
Let's make it 4. Let's make it 5.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like I said, for your finales, always include me in. I'm a good time.
Yeah, I actually do want you back very soon, actually.
Okay.
So that we can discuss conspiracy
theories. And I'll bring my good ones. I promise. They're gonna be so good.
And then since that will be like around mid-February, we can like debate Valentine's topics. Like, is it really worth it for whatever?
Oh my gosh, Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Is it really a good holiday? Like, is it worth?
I mean, I feel like you should appreciate your loved ones always, not just on Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Like your girlfriends, boyfriends, spouses, you should always be giving them that princess or
appreciation.
prince treatment.
Yeah.
Not just on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Okay. And thank you for being such a wonderful guest.
So fun.
And
always.
Debating, even though you weren't completely prepared. But you actually, you were actually very good at it. Like,
thank you. I was trying to think. I'm like, I really need to bring up points, but I haven't seen these movies in a really long time.
Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius. Hey, don't diss Morbius. I'm just joking.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching and listening. I hope that you genuinely enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. We are needing some more subscribers on this channel. Yeah. I'm starting a new channel for like the podcast.
That's good. Good stuff.
Yeah, so that it's not like mixed up with whatever. But
yeah, it's like its own thing. This is its own thing.
Yeah, and it's needing some subscribers. So like
some support.
Yeah,
y'all need to get on it.
This is much more fun than the first season, right?
It is. I feel like you enjoy doing this a lot more than the first season.
Oh, I do.
This is like actual like this
is filling your mind.
This is actually Phil.
Yeah, ling your mind.
Yeah.
I'm a big Doctor Who fan.
We love Doctor Who.
You know
I wanted the sonic screwdriver.
I own all of them. Have I not shown you?
No.
OMG.
Go get it.
You have to remind me. Okay, Doctor Who was released on November 23rd of 1963. It was the day after John F. Kennedy was assassinated. And then it ended back in 1989 with the classic series, all 7 Doctors. William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy ended. And then they made a movie with Paul McGann back in 1996. And then back again, they started the series again with Christopher Eccleston back in 2005 of March. And then David Tennant. And then it was like, whoa, how the heck are we going to fix this? So they decided to regenerate back into David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, and they're calling him the 14th Doctor for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. So now on November 23rd of 2023, we might actually get 3 episodes with David Tennant as the Doctor before we get the 15th Doctor. And Russell T. Davies, the series showrunner from 2005 all the way until January 1st of 2010, is coming back. He's coming back again. So let me go get those sonic screwdrivers.
He can never have coffee again.